Welcome back to the Sunset Homestead. Same shirt, different day. Although you'll see this video first. The next video will also be in the same outfit because I recorded 2 videos today. If I didn't split it up, this video was going to be like 45 minutes long at least. So, welcome to the week 8 garden tour. Let me show you what we got going on. Let's jump into it. I'm gonna start over here at the strawberry bed, which still looks decent. But I promise you, I have touched very little in this garden since the last garden tour. We have been all over the place, quite literally. And I'm still not completely 100%, but I'll be okay, I think. So we've got our strawberry bed, and our strawberries over here are trying to escape. They're sending out runners, which is exactly what I want. But I want them to go in the garden, not all over the yard. Okay, in the strawberries we have the volunteer tomato plant. It doesn't look like it's doing anything but like growing foliage right now. I don't see any tomatoes on it. I don't see any blooms on it. We do, however, have ripe strawberries because we were gone for so long. Blooms got away, and now we have strawberries. And we have our first true casualty in this bed. This was my thyme. It looks like it died completely back. We got positively drenched this last week. I think it got overwatered, to be honest. But other than that, this bed looks really good. It's got very few weeds in it. It's a lot easier to keep up with the weeds when there's only a few. Then we've got tomato plants over here that have blooms on them, and our garlic is completely died back. I think we're gonna pull it all up, get it dried out real well, and then split the cloves apart, and then this whole bed will be garlic next year, I think. All right, carrots and tomatoes. I'll be making chicken stock with some of the chicken bones, backs, necks, that kind of thing, that we got the last time we processed chickens. I made some, and then the rest has been sitting in the freezer since because I've been utterly overwhelmed with everything for a while. But when I go to make chicken stock, the carrots, first the carrots in the refrigerator are gonna go, but that's not gonna be enough. So then the carrots in the beds are gonna probably be absolutely annihilated, along with probably some of our onions, even though they're not ready. Oh well. These tomato plants over here are jamming. I see green tomatoes all over them. I think getting the carrots out of here will help the tomatoes have more airspace, and then we'll be able to see what we have, and they will ripen up a little better. And then these ones over here finally are starting to put on fruit. Oh, nope, that's a marigold. These look like paved tomatoes, which I desperately need. So we will take all of the paste tomatoes that we can get. I don't even know if you were aimed right. Right there. They're kind of slender-ish, oblong. They look like a paste tomato. If you've ever seen a green paste tomato, that's what they look like. And then we have this bag. Okay, so this is my own adaptation to the Three Sisters. And it's just sunflowers and cucumbers. If you've been around since the beginning, you already know about these. So the cucumbers are starting to climb up the sunflowers. And I planted them both at the same time. The sunflowers took off really fast. The cucumbers took a little bit, but that's fine. I had to change the camera angle because you're too far away to see what I'm seeing. So let's try this again. See if I can aim you. I have just tons of blossoms and just gobs and gobs of these tiny, tiny little cucumbers in here, which is great. It's great, it's great, it's great. I love it. So hopefully this does exactly what I want it to. One thing I will say, I think I should have planted the sunflowers in 2 rows right down the middle and then cucumbers on the outside. I think that would have worked better, but it's doing what I want it to do. So this is something we're going to continue for years to come. I'm excited because I love sunflowers. And these are the mammoth sunflowers, so they're gonna get that great big head on them. We're in the next bed now. Our radishes have bolted, which is what I wanted them to do. They've bolted, and now we're getting seed pods. When I planted these, the seed pods that I had saved from last year may or may not have gotten drug around the entire garden by small children. So we are completely out of radish seeds, so I had to let them propagate. I guess I didn't have to, but I'm letting them propagate because I want to save the seeds. And when it comes time to save the seeds, I'll show you how to do that. It's super simple. Hey, over here also we have our peppers, and we are starting to get, I mean, just gobs of green bell peppers. So at some point this weekend, I am going to pick a heap of green peppers. I'm going to hollow them out and I'm going to make stuffed peppers for dinner at some point this week. And I might be a super big canning rebel this weekend and can stuffed bell peppers for a quick, I don't know what to make, here, let's eat this meal. I want to try it. So we're gonna try it. But I've got like 40 bell peppers on 2 plants. We have a ton. Might be small right now, but I have a feeling by this weekend they'll be about a medium-sized bell pepper. I might have to fight my husband to have him let me pick them. And like all the peppers in this garden, because like the plants are just loaded and I don't understand. We've never had peppers. We've never had bell peppers like this, for sure. And our banana peppers are going crazy right now too. If you can see them through the tomato plant. Yeah. Just tons, and they're starting to change colors, so those really need to be picked. And then the beets are going crazy right now. I am so excited to turn you around and show you the Three Sisters bed. It is glorious. Okay, We have tassels on all of the corn, but it gets better. See that? We have ears of corn with hair on them. That means it's coming. I see corn on the cob happening very soon. The next super exciting thing over here in the Three Sisters bed. The beans. So we have blossoms on the bean plants. And my little squash plant is right here. Actually, there's two. Oh, cool. So we should be seeing beans. There's a little baby right there. We'll have beans coming on here at the end of this week, maybe enough to make a meal with. And then maybe by the end of next week, I'll have enough where I can actually put together a canner full of green beans. We're done over here with the Three Sisters. What we have now is the watermelons. And I am trying to find the watermelon, the little baby that I had found last week, and the plant has moved itself. So I don't know where it is. And going down, this thing's pretty cool. Is this it maybe? I think that might be it. Do I have you aimed right now? Definitely not. I don't know where it went. Okay. Well, I have a little one right here. And then there's another little one down over here. I think this might be the one that I saw. But it's not getting very big. I mean, maybe something ate it. Because I could have swore it was back over this way a little bit. In here. And I'm not seeing. Okay, so I have about 20 just tiny little baby watermelons. I figured the one that I saw the other day would be a little bit bigger because it has been exactly a week since I recorded the last garden tour. I did upload it very, very late, so you will have seen the last garden tour either yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to upload to YouTube, so sometimes it takes a day, sometimes longer, which is why I recorded 2 videos today. Just by the way, this bed looks horrible. It's got so many weeds in it. The grass is about tall enough you can almost mistake it for corn. All right, over here with my eggplants. The last time that we were over here had an eggplant that was like this big, and it still hadn't come out of the little leaves around the outside. I know there's a technical name for those. Don't ask me. Let's see. This is the plant that the eggplant was on. So, where are you in my... Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, I hope you can see. I turned around the wrong way. My hair wasn't in the way. Look at that. There's a nice little fruit going on. So the camera shut off on its own and I just kept talking and I didn't have any idea. There is, in fact, 2 eggplants that I found. All right, I'm going to spin you around. I'm going to hold the camera so that I can get right in there. Here we go. So we've got that big guy there. And then this is the one that I just showed you. So that one's even smaller than the other one. And as I was getting in here, look, here's another one. Ouch. Dang, they have spinies. Look at that. So, I have one on every plant except for this guy over here, I think. And honestly, there might be one in there and I just can't see it because they hide really, really well. And guys, my cucumbers on the other side of this bed, I pulled like 5 off of. I think they're burpless. And I made cucumber tomato salad with a couple tomatoes out of here. So we do have cucumbers coming on. We have eggplants finally coming on. Yay. Every time I come out in my garden, I get hungry, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because I'm so excited for the food that I get to eat out of my garden. All right, moving right along, we have the cabbage, which is getting nailed by cabbage worms, I think is what those little green things are. It looks like our broccoli over on this side is done. I don't see any florets on it. There is florets on this little one in the middle. And I think there's florets over on the other one. But it looks like it's covered in eggs, and I think I'm gonna pull it because it's covered in eggs. I was trying to pull a weed, specifically a grass. One of my onions got tangled up in it. It looks like this onion wasn't gonna do a whole lot more anyway. So I will be taking that inside, and I think I'm gonna use it with dinner. Dinner tonight is going to be chicken and mushroom gravy over rice, and I think I'll just mince up the onion and put it in with the gravy. Yeah. Yep. So, you cannot any longer see the celery for tomatoes, weeds, and other things. I can't find my onions, which is why that onion just got pulled. This bed needs a lot of TLC. All right. So the onions and everything, super weedy, gross. The chickens are going crazy. I think they are all laying eggs at the same time. We've got the peppers that are in the same sorry state. They need weeded terribly. And the same with the asparagus. And then the tomatoes and potatoes on the outside edge of the bed are all in need of a watering, it looks like. So that's it, guys. That's all I have. I just need to weed like crazy over the next couple days, and it's gonna take a couple of days. Hopefully, by the time I do the week 9 garden tour, I've been able to get all of the weeds out of these beds over here. The only one that's really not struggling right now is the Three Sisters, and I think it's because there's no room in that bed for weeds to get through. Hopefully next week, while I'm doing the garden tour, I have the ability to talk and harvest at the same time. We'll see. But that's all I have for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this garden tour. I hope you have a very blessed day. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.